My guide said to me, I'm down to 173 people, meaning everyone else that was here earlier lost their energy, so there's still 173 people in spirit. So we'll get through probably at least another 5 or 10 before they close me down. So I want to try to read as many people as I can before they say that everyone's lost their energy. He's a crack up. He just said to me, I couldn't talk to that other lady, so I had to wait to talk to you. We're going to leave it there. Okay? Because there was no way I was getting into any of that mess. We're going to leave it. We're not going to talk about what that's about. Val understands, and that's all that's important. This is what he's saying to me. I really wanted to talk to her that day because I wanted her to know that I was here, but there's no way I was going to talk to her. So I had to wait for you. And I get sick to my stomach about that, so I'm going to let that pass. Are you close to your husband, honey? Yeah. He makes me feel like he's his grandfather. He watches over him. He wants to give some kind of direction in his life. But then he makes me feel like there's the approval of you. Do you understand it? Okay, good. Did you know him? Because he's saying to me known, so that's how I know that you had some kind of time with him before he passed. Do you understand it? Good. Were you fond of him? Because he keeps saying to me we were fond of each other. Do you understand it? Meaning that he's trying to say that there's the connection between the two of you, that he was fond of you and you were fond of him. Do you understand? That's what it's about. Good. He's happy with his job. He just keeps saying to me he needs to know there's going to be a job shift within the next 2 years, and when it's given, he needs to take it. Do you understand it?
Yeah.
What's that about, honey?
I can't say.
Okay. Do you understand it?
Yeah.
Do you understand why he's saying that? All right, so we're just going to leave it. So as long as you understand it, because he's saying to me, let him know that I support whatever he chooses, but when he's given the option, he needs to take it. Do you understand it? Are you worried about this?
Oh.
Okay. And what's with the relocation?
Is this a joke?
Why is it a joke?
I don't know. This is too. I'm very skeptical, and now I'm really getting freaked out a little bit.
Hey, I don't control any of this.
I know.
I'm just listening to what he's saying.
There's no way you could.
There's no.
There's no way.
Of course I don't know this. I only pass what they tell me. I love when they give stuff where people are like, how do you know that? Like him making me sing that song earlier, okay? He's saying to me that the information goes to Wolf, that his name is John, that there's something coming up within the next 2 years. There's going to be the opportunity that he needs to take it, and I get relocation is involved. That's all I'm going to say. He said, I'm not going to give any more secrets away. Do you understand? His way of validating that he knows what has been offered or any kind of approach that's recently happened, that he sees what's going on in his life, and that he's given the support from it from the other side. And I love when they give stuff that there's no way I could ever possibly know, because right there is the validation, okay? But all I can do, again, like I try to tell people, I have zero control. All I can do is give what they want to talk about. So for whatever reason, he said, besides telling my daughter I love her, this was the main thing that he wanted to say today. And it's just, he keeps saying to me, I had to bring it up because I needed her to know that she's really talking to me, number one. And number two, that I see what's going on in their life, and the decision he's going to be making soon, I support. That's what it is. Do you understand it? That's all it is. Okay? Tell him I'm behind him. Beside him and in front. That was a joke. Meaning he's guiding him in any way possible. Okay? I've never had anyone do that. But he started saying it and he was laughing at the same time. He's passing loving energy. I can feel the peaceful wings in front of his chest, just his way of validating that he's at peace. He wants him to know that he's at peace and that he's giving him his love. and that he sees what's going on in his life, and that this is a pretty big opportunity, and there needs to be a lot of thought that goes into it. And the decision he makes, he's going to support. Do you understand that? That's all it is. So as long as you understand all that, all I can tell you is what he's saying to me. Okay? I'm being told I'm going to have him for 1 more minute. And I'm being told the rest goes to Val, and then they're going to start moving me across the room. Like I said, there's like a whole row here that wants to come in, but I'm being told that had to be said today. And it very well could be about your skepticism. Who knows? But I think it was about him just letting him know that he watches over him, that he's one of the main people assigned to him, and giving the validation as to what's going on in his life. Okay? All right. Were you like super close to this dog? Because they got the dog coming in and it's like barking and barking and barking and barking and barking. Every once in a while there will be an animal that comes through and they'll give me the name. So I'm actually going to pass information from the animal. Which sometimes will happen. Just about the animal being at peace. What will happen is they'll just give me information about what's going on with the animal. And the rest of the words will come from your dad. Okay? Huh? Huh? You okay? Are you a little shocked still?
Yeah.
Okay. You just keep saying to me, I like leaving her with that shock look. Just his way of proving a point, and that's perfectly fine. That's what he's choosing to do. I can hear the dog barking, and I feel like he's trying to jump up on my lap. So I'm just going to leave it for a minute, okay? This is a male dog for you? Good. So they're saying he's trying to jump up on my lap. All right, he's stepping just between you and I, and I'm just going to listen to his words. So he's saying to me he only has a minute to talk to you. But the dog's with me still. Dog is like your baby. Like your child. Do you understand it? What's wrong? It's making you sad? Your dad said this isn't about making you sad because I want you to know that I take care of him for you. And that I'm still keeping him for you. That's all it is. Today was about Wolf. It was very important that he heard that information. I wanted a chance to say hello to her as well, but I couldn't leave without telling my daughter that I love her. That's all it is. I'm going to see if I get anything else out of him, because they're starting to pull him out. I know she misses me. He makes me feel like I want to walk around your house. All I can say to you is that he's in your house and he walks around quite a bit. And I want you to listen for the footprints. He said, but you can't be afraid because it's just me. It's just me. He keeps saying it's just me, meaning don't be afraid if you hear it. But he makes me feel like he wants to walk around your house. He just makes me feel like I'm walking the floor, walking the floor, walking the floor. Like he was, but this is different. He makes me feel like he watches over this establishment, and it's a little bit different. Do you understand? What's the connection with the establishment and him? Oh, okay, that's it. That's why he was making me feel like I wanted to walk the floor. This is different. He's saying to me that he watches over you at home, and I can hear the floor creaking. Meaning he's trying to get your attention and he's walking the floor. So you gotta let me know. If you catch a side glance, if you hear him walking, it's just his validation. Oh, I'm in her house a lot. That's what I just said. Because he's saying to me a lot of times the dog comes with him because he's trying to give you comfort about that. Meaning they're coming together. That's all it is. All right, what else? house, honey. I had so much to say to her the one time I talked to her. I just couldn't leave without telling her I love her and that I'm in the house, and I just want her to pay attention to me. That's all he's saying. He just wants you to pay attention, and that's completely okay. So he's saying to me that you were here a couple months ago for a group, and the validation was really strong as far as what he said when he first came through. Do you understand it? So it's just his acknowledgement that he's still with you in different ways for you to watch for him. But today actually was about the grandson. All right, he's pulling his energy out. I'm going to see if I can get anything else from him real quick. And they have me shifting over here. But I feel like I'm going to go back and forth a little. So we'll see where I'm going next.